Ladies and gentlemen, I finally did it, my first ever top 3 placement in a ranked event, and this week it was Blast Populous Elite. And the ranking of this event was least cash spent, so in today's run you'll see so many cash optimizations I had to pull off to get a top 3 badge. Along with that, there's also some interesting modifiers this week of 3 times ceramic HP and mob HP, which will cause a lot of issues down the road for me. But without further ado, here's the entire run for top 3. Let's hop right into it. Alright, so the run starts off here, guys, on round 1. Now I have $1,400 of starting cash, which allows me to place my free dart monkey and the hero of today's video, which is Benjamin. Now this Benjamin placement is actually really important to have him behind the umbrella because I don't want his Trojan to throw in a lot of the Moab class balloons. Since when the Trojan throws in the Moabs, you actually lose income from the ceramics and you lose pops from the ceramics as well. And those pops are going to be really important later to get a high degree Paragon. But once I get these two guys down, I actually defend with them for a very long time. I am not going to get a single upgrade for a while here, just because this is least cash spent and I need to save every single dollar possible. So we get a discount village up top, right? You might say, okay, you get a discount village, now you're gonna upgrade your dart monkey. No, we defend for even longer, get a second discount village up top, and now with double discount, I finally upgrade the dart to a spike-a-pult 300. I'm not gonna get any cross path on it yet, and you'll see why. And then that spike-a-pult is later turned into a juggernaut because there is actually a monkey knowledge in the game where you get tier 4 upgrades for cheaper if all of your primary towers are tier 3 or tier 4, which in this case I don't have any like lower tier dart monkeys, so we get spike-a-pult for cheaper there, which is fantastic. And then after I get my juggernaut up, I build up my second village towards a primary mentoring. This is why I have not cross-pathed the juggernaut yet, because with the primary mentoring on the field, I can get the camel crosspath on my jug for free, or I can get the first upgrade for the camel crosspath for free, and I have to spend money on the camel, but that's totally fine. And then after getting the 402 juggernaut, I end up working towards a monkey town on my first village. This is how I'm gonna get extra income, because I do need a little bit of extra income, even with Benjamin, to afford what we're gonna be using as a dart Paragon for the upper tiers here. Monkey town's gonna give us plus 50% cash per pop, and I'm also going to get a monkey city, which increases the monkey town's range. But more importantly, I'm going to get a free dart monkey at the end of every round. And with the first free dart monkey, I have this pixel perfect placement that I place it. And then we have the first boss defend, ladies and gentlemen, 43,000 HP. I've spent $23,000 yet so far. Now this is basically the reason why I'm doing a post commentary here, is during these boss defends, there's a lot of things I need to micromanage, and trying to maintain good commentary while doing that and pausing the game and retrying many rounds is pretty much impossible. So I felt like for this video, it made more sense to do a post commentary, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section about that, if you like the post commentary or whatnot. But you can see, first thing first, I got my first free dart monkey as a sharpshooter. Second free dart monkey is also a sharpshooter. Both of these are 0-2-4s. It's really important to do in this order, where I don't place both of the darts at once. I place them one at a time to maintain the monkey knowledge savings that I was talking about beforehand. And then our next dart monkey, which I'm kind of trying to find the placement for right now, ends up being the fan club, ladies and gentlemen. I want to get all 4 of my 4th tier dart monkeys first. These are going to be the only 4th tier dart monkeys I place for the entire run. And it looks like right here, I do get the fan club up. And now that I have the fan club up, I'm going to start saving towards a crossbow master. That's how I'm going to defend tier 1. Crossbow master will make pretty quick work of it. I needed to get crossbow master after the fan club though, because if I got crossbow master before, then I wouldn't have had the monkey knowledge savings on the upgrade. But even the 2 sharpshooters and everything might have actually been able to deal with this tier, which I'm kind of surprised about. I mean, you see we've already got 3 skulls down, and I don't even have that much defense. I guess they are buffed by like primary mentoring and everything, so it does help out quite a bit. And it looks like round 50, I am about to get that crossmaster up. I get it up. Now with that, we should be able to tank down the rest of the HP here. Blast having the purple immunity and stuff obviously doesn't really get affected by the dart monkey unless you're using plasma monkey fan clubs, so you'll see how I deal with that later. But all of other Blast's immunities aren't really a problem for me here. And defending the AI rounds are really easy right now, but later in the game you'll see that the AI actually becomes almost harder than the boss at some points. So managing defending the regular rounds and defending the boss is going to be a challenge for us. But we have defended it, now on to the next tier. But before we deal with the next tier, guys, I end up placing some more of my free dart monkeys underneath both of the discount villages, and I get a sniper in here as well. The sniper will make sense later. But every single one of these dart monkeys I place is going to be a 0-1-1 dart, which is completely free, by the way. Free placement and free tier 1 upgrades. So that's absolutely fantastic. All right, here we go. Tier 2 boss defend, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a lot more difficult than tier 1 because there's some more things I need to manage. As you can see, though, I've got all the free dart monkeys as 011, which I talked about beforehand. That is going to be really helpful in getting a fan club to help pop down this tier. I've got the double crossbow master. I'm saving up towards an ultra juggernaut as well. We use the fan club ability early just to help pop it down a little bit. Now, the only downside of using fan club is it kind of does heat up the boss quite a bit. So you'll see how I manage that. But one other thing I'm doing with the fan club is also using Benjamin ability towards the tail end of the fan club, which buffs 4 of the darts damage by 1. So it essentially doubles those darts fan club damage. And the timing of the Ben ability is actually really important, where I use it so then when Benjamin's downtime happens, the darts are already transformed back to regular dart monkeys. So I'm not really losing out on much DPS at all there. But as you can see, we are doing pretty solid. We've got 3 tiers down. We're about to hit, yeah, we just hit the heated up bar, which was good because we hit at the same time of the skull, so it wasn't like there was extra stuns there. I feel like I managed that pretty well. And both of the crossbow masters are also on strong. I do actually have 28k on hand. Oh, I think the reason why I actually did not upgrade to ultra juggernaut yet was because if I upgrade to ultra juggernaut super early, I would have been anti-stalling the rounds. I think I just needed it there anyways, but that's kind of why I waited. The Ultra Juggernaut's not really gonna deal that much damage against the boss, and stalling these rounds are super important. You'll see what I kind of do to increase my stallage here later. Round 70 though, we have 3 skulls remaining. I think we're gonna use another fan club here as the blast comes, as blast is closer to our darts, we pair it with the Benjamin ability. And yeah, round 72 here, we are about to hit 2 skulls remaining, 98k spent, so we're still under 100k spent, which is pretty solid for defending tier 2, I'd like to believe. And 2 skulls remaining. Now, here's where the problem arises for us on this tier. It's the fact that we don't pop blast before blast kind of turns this bend and gets out of the range of all of my towers. You can see here, I think we hit the final skull first, but now it's going to be out of the range of my cross masters and we can't hit blast anymore. So how do I remedy this problem? Well, it's with the sniper that I was talking about beforehand. I upgraded to a main Moab. I have it on strong a little bit just to add a little bit more damage to blast, but I put it on last. And this last target on the sniper is going to stall BFBs at the back of the map and keep the rounds really long, so then I still pop blast before round 80 hits. The stalling is not infinite, however, because the sniper does pop the BFBs pretty quickly on these earlier rounds. So round 78, the boss is now finally turning the final bend, and it's got about 16k HP left. It's about to enter the Crossmaster's range though, which is really solid. We're on round 79 now. I need to pop the boss this specific round or else I don't beat tier 2. Let's see if I can do it. The Crossmasters are hitting it down, and it looks like I do take down Blast Populus in time. Tier 2 has been defeated. Now, before the Tier 3 boss fight, which is going to be the hardest and most important one yet, I'm going to place some of my 14 free dart monkeys and fit them in every crevice possible inside of the primary mentoring village. As I said earlier, these dart monkeys are 100% free placement, free upgrades. So it costs $0 out of pocket, which is important. And I think I get like 6 dart monkeys inside the range here. I keep them all on first targeting, and then I get 3 more dart monkeys in the front here. And the reason for these dart monkeys and their placement will make sense later. All right, tier 3 Elite Blast Populus, here we come, 1.7 million HP. Now, the way we defend this tier is going to be completely different from how we defended tier 2. Instead of stalling the rounds out, I actually want to pop the rounds quickly this time to get a lot of pops for our Dart Paragon, because the only way I'm going to be able to take down this tier is by getting like around 97 Dart Paragon at a pretty high degree. So we have our main mob on strong targeting, believe it or not. For that reason, we're using the fan club, we're targeting our darts a little bit, and we're doing decent. You know what I'm saying? We got to time the fan club actually not to pop blast, but we're timing the fan club to pop the AI rounds. The regular balloons are going to be the hardest part of this tier, not even defending blast, because if we get the Apex Plasmaster later, that'll take care of blast pretty easily. And in the spirit of popping down the rounds fast, you can see on round 84 here, I actually have my Crossmaster set to last, which pops down all the BFBs really quick, and then our fan club can clean up the ceramics pretty fast. And another thing I do on round 85 is I use Benjamin's level 10 ability. You'll see me using this a lot in the tier 3 and 5 defense, and that is simply to take down one of the ZOMGs early, because defending both the ZOMGs I found was really difficult with one fan club ability. So this way I end round 85 pretty quickly as well. Round 86 here, got a bunch of fortified BFBs. I'm going to target the Crossmasters on last, use the fan club, clean up the ceramics pretty quickly. Round 87. 4 ZOMGs, I do the same thing with the Benjamin level 10 ability. I get 3 of them downgraded, and I only have to defend 1 regularly, so we're going to do that. The reason why I'm not using Plasmonkey Fan Club yet, by the way, is due to the fact that Plasmonkey Fan Club would just overheat blast an insane amount, and it can't even damage blast without an MIB village, so there's no reason to get Plasma Monkey Fan Club yet. We're waiting until blast kind of gets out of the range of my dart monkeys to get that upgrade. Round 89, a lot of Crossmaster targeting coming in here to defend those fortified mobs, but we're good. Crossmaster's back on last targeting. That's a lot of BFBs though. Am I going to be able to take down all of those ceramics without a Plasma Monkey Fan Club? And it looks like I can't actually. So what I have to do this round then is get the Plasma Monkey Fan Club up. But the problem is I'm going to overheat the boss. So it comes down to timing the Plasma Monkey Fan Club. At this time, where during the overheat phase, no ceramics can get through. And then when the overheat phase is over, the Plasma Monkey Fan Club can end up cleaning up the rest of round 89. And we almost go down there, but we're good. Round 90 now, the DTs were actually no problem for us, which is fantastic. Crossmasters on strong and the Ultra Juggernaut to clean up. Not a single one of my regular darts have camo detection right now, but I might need to get that later for like round 93 or round 95 DDTs. Round 91, you can see Plasma Monkey Fan Club unbelievably strong. Just deals with these rounds really easily. Round 92 here, looks like a Crossmaster and Juggernauts can clean up the Moabs fine, but now we have the ZMGs remaining, which the Plasma Monkey Fan Club should be able to do pretty well against. At this point, Blast Populace is completely out of the range, so I don't have to worry about overheating or anything, and we're good there. You can see I also was pairing Benjamin's ability with the Plasma Monkey Fan Club, which is important. Round 93, we deal with the DTs with our Crossmasters. We deal with the rest of the round with our Plasma Monkey Fan Club. We're solid. And now we're on to round 94. This round was actually really difficult for me to figure out how to beat because there's just so many ZMGs mixed in with the millions of BFBs, and one Plasma Monkey Fan Club ability actually can't even take it down. So how did I find the solution to this round? You can see I have to restart it here. Well, my solution to round 94 was actually using Benjamin's level 10 ability to downgrade a good portion of the ZMGs. I didn't want to downgrade them all because downgrading them all would lose me out on a ton of dart pops, and then I'm not going to be able to get a high degree dart paragon, which I need. So I found a good timing that I can still beat the round without downgrading too many. And right after round 94, we have another really tricky round at 95 here. And you can see I upgrade one of the darts to camo detection because there's no way I'm defending all of the DTs with like the HP modifiers and everything without extra camo help. And we're seeing if we can defend with only one Plasma Monkey Fan Club dart having camo. I don't want to get in all of them because obviously that's more cash spent, and we're trying to do this with the least cash spent as possible. And with one dart with camo protection, we're actually looking pretty solid. There's a couple times that it looks like ceramics are going to leak. That's why I'm doing this pausing tactic, but at the very end there, I think I would have died against that. So we end up retrying a couple times with two dart monkeys with camo detection, and with two, that does actually make a pretty large difference, and we do defend. It might have been possible with only one, and I would have saved myself like, I think like $200 or something if I had only one dart with camo, but through my attempts, I was not able to do it. And then last but not least, we have round 96. This is the last round I am going to defend without the dart paragon. Now, surprisingly, I'm actually able to find a way to defend this round without using a Benjamin level 10 ability, which is crazy to think because I had to use Benjamin level 10 on round 94. But it's because this round I end up being able to get two Plasma Monkey Fan Club abilities off, and I wait on the second one until the ZMGs are popped down a little bit here. We use it, and the insides are no problem for us. The ceramic and Moab insides here at the end, and we're good. And then right when round 97 starts, as the boss is nearing the end, I get a degree 41 Apex Plasmaster, ladies and gentlemen. This Paragon is so good against Blast because the rocks that it shoots down, even though it's blocking it in this case, most of the time, it'll add a lot of obstacles for the Apex Plasmaster to absolutely tank down the health, as you can see right here. And that's exactly why I placed the Apex Plasmaster at its pixel perfect spot, because it dodges the rocks pretty well for tier 4 and 5. Alright, now we have the tier 4 boss defend, ladies and gentlemen, 7 million HP. Even though it's a lot of HP, this is going to be the easiest tier yet, since I already have my tier 5 defense built for tier 4 basically. We hit that first skull pretty quickly, about to hit the second skull here in a second. There we go. Now the Apex Plasmaster is unfortunately blocked by the Roxas skull, but then after it's unblocked, we should tank through the rest of these because now it's hitting and bouncing like crazy. Yep. Look how fast it actually just tanks down 7 million HP. That is absolutely absurd. Even the DTs get insta-killed pretty much. Now, before we defend tier 5, I have a couple difficult AI rounds I actually have to deal with. The first one being 117, which just has a lot of regular and fortified DTs. You can see the fortified DTs actually push pretty far, but we are able to deal with them. And then round 118, this round actually has like a ton of fortified DTs to the point where I think I might have died if I don't use Benjamin's level 10 ability, so we did use that. And the ZOMG should be really no problem for us. The main mob actually helps out quite a bit here. And then we've got the last difficult AI round before the 5th tier boss, and that is round 119 with 3 regular B80s. Even though they're just regular B80s, guys, they have 3 times HP. So I have my Apex Plasmaster on strong right now. Put it on to closed for a little bit just to prioritize that B80. We almost died against those GTs, but we're good. Main mob back on strong targeting, and now can we deal with the rest here? We put our Apex Plasmaster on last targeting to snipe, dealt with the DTs, and we barely dealt with the ZOMGs. And the moment you've all been waiting for, tier 5 defend. First things first, before the boss even came out, I placed some dart monkeys to block the boss from meteoring my sniper, because the sniper is going to be set on last this entire boss fight to try to stall the rounds to the maximum. That's very important for us. But 35 million HP, that is a lot to get through. We're down to about 32 million so far. You'll see the damage ramp up a lot more as the boss gets closer to my Apex Plasmaster, just because of how it works with the bounces and everything. But right when we hit the first skull, this is when all the damage comes in. With all the rocks down and the bounces like crazy, we get through the second skull much faster, and we're about to hit it as well. $298,085 spent. That is hopefully the score I'm going to end with here. I don't want to spend any more money. We hit the second skull now. Tons of bounces, and then the speed of damage slows down dramatically again as we're bouncing really far away, but now we're bouncing really close again. 24 million HP left. We have it on strong targeting, by the way. Strong targeting is pretty much what'll keep my Apex Plasmaster on this entire time here. We're on to round 123 though. Unfortunately, we can't like full stall the rounds because sometimes the rocks do block my sniper a little bit, and sometimes all of the Apex Plasmaster balls just snipe the balloons that the sniper's stalling anyways. But yeah, we get through the next skull there, and at this point, once again, yes, the Apex Blastmaster is very weak against the boss. That's just how it ends up playing out. It's really weird having a Paragon do such little damage at times and then such high damage at other points, but that's just kind of how the Dart Paragon works against Blastopopulus. At this point though, round 124, it's gonna do high damage once again once we hit the skull. Tons of rocks down, absolutely tanking it down. About to hit another skull too. 3 skulls remaining. So you would think, okay, at this point, Ryan, you got this in the bag. You hit your 3rd skull, it looks really good for you. But guys, it gets very, very difficult here once Blastopopulus starts running away from me. I still have 2 skulls remaining, and I don't have that much track length left if you really think about it, because most of this time is going to spend without the Dart Paragon attacking Blastopopulus. So how do I fix this? Well, one, we end our stall round 126 hits, which means there's a lot of DTs that come out, and we can get some snipes on Blastopopulus by just hitting the regular balloons. Same thing with round 127, we get a little bit of extra damage in there as well. And then 128, this shows you how strong the fortified DTs are at this point. I am not defending that whatsoever, so I have to restart this round. And instead of using Benjamin ability to downgrade every single one of them, I only downgrade about half of them. And the reason behind that is so that I can get a little bit of extra damage on Blastopopulus from just random fired shots, and it does work out pretty well for us. So round 128 DTs have been defended, and round 129 finally starts, and this round has a lot of fortified ZOMGs, which are actually really difficult for our Apex Plasmaster to deal with too, but I didn't want to downgrade them just because I need to snipe the Blastopopulus as much as possible. So we are getting a lot of extra damage on Blast just from hitting these ZOMGs, even though Blast is not in the range of our Dart Paragon, which is absolutely fantastic. And our sniper is stunning 1 ZOMG at the very back of the map, which keeps 129 going for a very long time. Now we hit 2 skulls remaining, which is good. Unfortunately though, right when we hit the skull, it blocks the line of sight of my sniper, and the ZOMG marches forward and gets popped, which means I'm gonna have to deal with some really strong AI rounds while dealing with the boss. And one thing that's actually interesting here, I don't know if this is a glitch or not, while I'm defending the boss in round 130, our dart's on strong, but it's prioritizing DDTs over Blastopopulus, which is not what I wanted at all. So a lot of the shots are kind of being wasted following the DT trail. And round 130 actually does not get sold at all, which means we have to deal with round 131, a big problem for us. And the reason that's a problem is round 131 has 18 fortified ZOMGs. And you can see another problem here too I actually have is when I hit this last skull of Blastopopulus, our Dart Paragon's line of sight is actually blocked by a rock, and it can't see Blastopopulus and make really good use of the bounces at this point, which means after the rocks go away, I actually don't have time to deal enough damage to Blastopopulus, so I end up retrying last round here. I spent a lot of monkey money on this video, guys. Truth be told, I probably spent $50 in the BT6 item shop with code Ryan Mahalik. But we have Dart Paragon on strong targeting here. We hit the skull, instead of keeping it on strong and making it shoot in bad directions, we actually keep it on close targeting, and a lot of the balls can ricochet and still damage Blast Populus that way. And then we put the Dart Paragon back on strong after the rocks go away, and I am able to actually pop Blast before he exits barely. It's so close here. It's unbelievable. But here's the problem, guys. We still have round 131 I need to deal with, and that is a lot of Moabs and BFBs that trying to go through, and I end up going down. So at this point, I could beat the boss, but I can't beat the regular Bloons. After many more attempts and tons of monkey money spent, guys, this is the try that I finally beat round 131. And one thing that actually may have helped me is, as you can see, I'm spamming all 48 of my free dart monkeys that I had, just trying to get as much DPS help as I can with spending $0. So maybe this made a difference, maybe it didn't, I don't know. But Dart Paragon on first at the start, as per usual. And then once I hit the skull, I'd put Dart Paragon on close targeting, which is typical. And we'll put it back on first after the rocks are removed. So I'm kind of keeping track of that. Rocks are removed, back to first targeting. Now sniper targeting is actually on close here. And that is to stall some of these ZMGs early, so not too many of the regular Bloons run to the end of the map and kill me, like it has been happening. But as you can see, we do take down Blast Populus once again at the very last second. Sniper is back on strong targeting now. I'll be keeping the Apex Blastmaster on first, I think, this entire time, but sniper targeting will be changed quite a bit. Strong targeting is going to change to first targeting as these mobs get close to the end, and we are barely good there. Oh my gosh. Thankfully, Benjamin is actually sometimes Trojaning some of these BFBs at the bottom because his line of sight is not completely blocked. So even though I placed him there, he is actually helping us out a little bit defensively. Got some more mobs incoming. I gotta defend those mobs, and I'm good. And then only one ZMG remaining. I think we have done it, ladies and gentlemen. Blast Populus has been defeated, 290 AK spent. Where does that put me on the leaderboard? And it looks like I am actually first place on the leaderboard with 6 hours remaining. Now, unfortunately, guys, as you guys know from the intro and everything, this did not hold. I was first place for about 4 more hours, and then in the last 2 hours, 2 people sniped my score and bested me. I didn't have time to do another run or anything, so yeah, that's just what happened. Third place, though, in an elite ranked boss on the main leaderboard, not a co-op leaderboard. I'll take it for sure. I'm pretty happy with that. And as you can see in my total badges now, that is my first ever like top 3 badge in any event, so it's a pretty big deal to me. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's ranked sweaty gameplay. Let me know if you'd like to see more of this post commentary stuff in the comment section down below, or just your thoughts on it. Don't forget to subscribe as well and check out this video if you enjoyed today's.